ground that if you get too close and don't kill them before they appear, will jump out at you and reveal themselves to be a hopping skeleton, which will just hop back and forth in a small arcing pattern and will chase you. But thankfully you can hit them from afar when they're still in skull form and they go down in one hit. So now we proceed up this ladder, and there is the axe the first time we see it. The axe, while you may think it's a strong weapon, it has a goofy arcing pattern that can sometimes fly over enemies, which isn't as great as it seems. So I'm just going to ignore it for now and keep my dagger. Now here we have a similar predicament to level 2, where the bald man is standing over the ladder guarding it. So we're just going to have to wait for them to move. Here we go. To where we can climb up and just pound on them. Thankfully the one above us there moved away from the screen. It didn't decide to drop an attack on me, making this a little easier, as he's gone now. And now we're going to wait for the eyeball raft. There it is. Whoop, burrito monster. I'm not really sure what their official name is, but they look like flying burritos, so I'm just going with that. Now we jump on across to here, and with this path, if you stand on the edge of that eyeball raft, then extra armor will drop and appear at the end of this little platform here. Now what I just did was jump around to make this bald guy appear, as for some reason he doesn't appear right away all the time. You have to fight with him a little bit to get him to show up. If you climb up there while he's not appeared, he'll spawn behind you and chase you down, and you'll most likely wind up dying. But once you walk back and forth a little bit and get him to show up, he's really easy to take out. Now here we have a little gap. Hop over that, take out the burrito monster, and this bald guy, and we're good. So now we're going to head up these ladders. And this is actually the end of the level, as the boss is just above us. Right there. It is none other than Lucifer, the one who kidnapped our princess and started us on this ridiculous quest in the first place. He's actually very easy, as I just got hit there. That was it. Thankfully he was that easy, as his level certainly wasn't. Really, you just gotta jump up and hit him a couple times, then duck down and he'll fly right above you, and then which of course you turn and shoot him again. His fireball he shoots at you can easily be outrun, in which case you then have to immediately duck or you'll be hit. There's the javelin, which we don't need, but they give it to you because it's useful against the unicorn, although it does little to no damage against the dragon. Now this part here is a mini boss rush, as we will fight all the bosses of the game, thankfully only one at a time, and only one of them. Not a whole ton, not all of them, 2 at a time like it happened a couple times. There went the dragon again, and the item I just picked up, that's not a shield, that's actually the cross. I know it looks like a shield. In fact, I thought it was a shield the first time I got this far. I picked it up thinking I'd have more defense, but instead I wound up with a new weapon, so hey. This weapon, you need this weapon to actually get into the final room with the final boss, because if you don't have it, you get a message saying you need the cross and cannot continue, and are sent back to the beginning of level 5. That's not very pleasant. So it's wise to pick it up and go with it to the final boss. You don't necessarily have to pick it up right away. You can jump over it and continue on the level using the dagger, which has more range, and will give you a slightly easier time, but if you're going for time and just don't want to waste time, you might as well just pick it up and go. Now you can see that jumping skeleton up there. For some reason he got activated when I was walking underneath, but he's easy to take out if you can just time it right. Take out the baldman there and the burrito monster. Past the red demons that, thankfully, as long as you don't get too close to them, will not awaken and attack you. Now, typical to the bosses as they've been going so far, this time we will fight 2 Lucifers. Thankfully, you can fight them one at a time if you don't go too far over. As you can see, he's got a very easy attack pattern. He attacks you, swoops above you, which you just need to duck and he'll go right over you, and then attacks again. You can only hit him while his wings are open. While he's guarded there with his wings cloaked around him. He does no damage. And you'll just have to wait until he opens his wings again to attack. With about 8 to 10 hits, he's taken care of, and we can start with the second one. Once he is done, we'll get our key and go on to the next room. I don't know why every door needs a key to open it. I guess it's like a safety precaution set up by Satan. I don't know. But for some reason, defeating each enemy drops a key, and that key opens said door right next to you. Now, unfortunately, I got hit. Well, hopefully I won't get hit again, otherwise we'll be dead. Oh, phew. Good. Satan's done. Well, Lucifer, I'm sorry. And with that, we get the final key, go into the final room, see our map screen one more time, and we see ourselves in level 6B, if you want to call it. And here we are. The princess is standing behind him. Satan is ready to attack, but unfortunately for him, he's a pushover. For some reason, he has a mouth in his stomach there, as well as his mouth in his head. But with a few shots to the head, he is gone. And then once he is defeated, we get this message here, saying that this room was an illusion, a trap devised by Satan's. Unfortunately, we have to go through the entire game once again to rescue the princess. Yeah, it wasn't bad enough we had to do it once. We have to do it again a second time, starting from the beginning. We keep our score, our current weapon, and that's it. So here we go once again. Once again, I'm going to kill the zombies and get my dagger back, as it is much better than the cross, and the cross is given to us again in the same spot in level 6. There's the torch, which is about as useful as a wet tissue, but I'll get it anyway to show you what I meant by it sucking. You see that fire that erupted right there? There it is again. You can do that. You can have up to 2 of them on the screen at once, but while they're out, you can't throw any more, so you're just stuck. Come on, give me my dagger. No, not this little statue. It gives points, but that's not what I need. No, come on. Part of the problem with doing it this way, there we go, is you run short on time, and if you run out of time, you die. Just another way that game developers decided to make the game harder. So now we've set back on the same path as before, going up top here, taking out the little leaf guys, plant mantis, whatever, praying mantis things that sit on the top there. And now here we come to the first red demon. I'm going to try and do the hit and run glitch, but unfortunately I messed up. Ow. So I got to fight with him. There we go. Take him out. Take out the zombies, the stupid bird, and continue on through the graveyard. Now here we jump on the little raft, get across the way, and there's a hidden armor that you can find if you jump at the beginning of that area there, but only when you don't have any armor, obviously. I have no idea what these little guys here are in armor. They're like armored ghost things. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be good or bad, but if you hit them, you do lose your armor, so I'm going to assume they're bad. Now as we proceed through the forest again, the burrito monsters will once again attack, as that one hit me with a leak. Hooey, I hate these things. I'm not really sure how they can carry pots either, as whoa, I just avoided a close call there. And I continue making my way through, and once again we deal with the unicorn. He does his little dance, and then is taken out quite quick. The key descends from the heavens, touching it opens the door, and we go on. Level 2, once again. Not looking forward to dealing with the bald men. Oy. Alright. Here we are at the castle. The blue demons are attacking once again. Ooh. And I wound up getting hit by a stupid plant. Lovely. The plants are also a very annoying enemy, as I'm sure you've guessed. But they, like so many others, die in one hit, thankfully. Now here we go. My worst, most hated place in this game, as I just took out another blue bird. Gonna get by this haunted house thing here with spirits coming out of the windows, jump across the gap, and proceed through the house of rampaging bald men. I mean, you can see they've even got little heart-shaped tattoos on their shoulders that I guess would say mother or something. I don't know. I don't even want to think about if they all have the same mother. I don't even know why I just said that. But anyway, I'm going to continue on, taking out another bird. I'm going to move over here and take out this bald guy through the wall. There he is. So I won't have to deal with him later. While watching the one above me, as on the second time around, the enemies are faster and more aggressive. As I'm sure you noticed, the zombies were faster. The birds are faster and more aggressive. Same holds true with the bald men. Whoa, that was really close. Gonna proceed up this ladder. Come on, I know you're there. Where are you? Die. There we go. Turn around and fire at the oncoming bird as there's another one. Ooh. Now I'm coming up all the way up here because this is where the armor is hidden here. You jump up in the corner of that of the top floor, the very far corner, and